There is a perk similar to Deliverance, but is much better. Let me explain. Deliverance is without a doubt one of the best perks in Dead by Daylight. Being able to self-unhook is just downright broken in a lot of instances. However, activating the perk is a lot more difficult than at first glance. In order to activate Deliverance, you have to unhook at least one person before you yourself get put on your first hook. This is problematic because you don't get to decide when you get chased, and if you're like me and you run into the main building at the beginning of the match, you'll usually find your screen looking something like this. If you haven't figured it out yet, the perk I'm talking about is actually Wicked, one of Sable Ward's teachable perks and my personal favorite perk in the game. Just like Deliverance, Wicked has a very strong effect where it allows you to unhook yourself once per match. However, unlike Deliverance, you actually need to be proactive instead of reactive, meaning instead of waiting for your teammates to go and get hooked and for you to unhook them, you actually need to take the killer to a specific part of the map in order to unhook yourself. In order to use Wicked correctly, at the beginning of the match you should run into Shack or in the main building. From there you can see where the basement is. This area is where you're going to want to take the killer once you get chased. When you get into a chase and it looks like the killer is going to down you relatively soon, try to make it look like you're going down at least 2 feet away from where the basement begins. Or if you have enough time, go ahead and run down into the basement and jump in one of the furthest lockers away from where the basement stairs are. Also, because Wicked has such a low pick rate, you might even find yourself a funny moment like this. Alright, game plan, we die in the basement. Nice! Oh my gosh! That could not have worked out any better. That was a great chase. And now he could bring me out of the basement, but basically I get Wicked for free here. It is what it is. I got dead hard. Nah, he's coming back. That's fair. I still have 3 more vaults to use. Oh, that was the last second of my endurance there. That could have been really bad. Yeah, this is why Wicked is so good. Because, like, no one really expects it to happen. Or they just, like, forget it exists. Someone's in the basement. When no one's actually in the basement.